So I am here with my good friend Tracey to do a bit of a blog or vlog, whatever they call these days. Vlog. So just about Tracey, that she's had an amazing career in personal training as well as competing and female bodybuilders. So we're going to talk a bit more about it and her amazing life. So
and she's going to make my nails amazing. That's what she does.
And we're going to so don't fucking do that.
Introduce yourself. You'll have to come around this way.
Hey guys. Alright, let's try to do a take. Wait, so.
Yeah, that's better. So, okay. Like a good child. Yeah.
Alright. Okay,
Oh, good.
so where's my phone go?
It's in there.
Oh, fuck. So tell me what made you kind of get into the fitness industry, first of all.
So when I moved from South Africa to England just a month before I turned 16. So when I was 16.
Yep.
So I played a lot of sport in South Africa, very active. And then in England they didn't have any female sports teams at school.
Ah, wow, really?
They
Why
said,
is
oh, you
that?
can play mixed basketball at lunchtime if you want to. I was like, no, that's okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh, it was very sexist, a little bit in a way.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe girls just prefer to do makeup and stuff, whereas
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't.
Right. That's so funny that she actually said that. Like, we come from an Italian family, and she was like, I want to go to university and all that kind of stuff, and we also want to do sports and running, and they're like, no, women are meant to be in the kitchen. That's how it was, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, well, there was two classes. It was like woodwork and sewing.
Yes.
And I was like, can I do woodwork?
Yeah,
They went, no, you
yeah.
can't. It's for the boys. I'm like, I don't do fucking sewing. Knitting. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah. So and
But anyway, so when we moved, of course, I had no friends, and it was a bad time to move. I didn't want to. And there was a gym down the road called Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, so we're going to kind of fill you in on the whole story of Beauty and the Beast. It's really super cute. Yeah.
So yeah, it was an old school bodybuilder gym, so I got a job down there, made friends, started training.
Yeah.
So I had really bad body image issues, and I didn't think I was good enough. Home life wasn't awesome, so the gym did become then my happy place, and also it kind of saved my life because, of course, my eating disorder, which was bulimia.
Yeah. Really? Bulimia, yeah. How?
It came to a point where I was training, and the guys there were so great. All the bodybuilders, they kind of took me under their wing after about 6 months of working there. And I was training, and I found I was actually really strong, and something made me feel good.
Yes, yes.
And then I realized, of course, if I wanted to build muscle, I had to actually keep food inside me, not throw it up.
Good.
So I asked them for help. So they helped me with meal plans and food and all that type of stuff. I mean, needless to say, it didn't just go away. It's not like that. When you have an eating disorder, you kind of have it for life.
Yeah.
But you can definitely therapy and rehab and change your way of thinking.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And focus on a different way. So, of course, a lot of people in the fitness industry, they have body image issues, body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and yes, competing and doing things in the gym is actually a way to focus it. But I'd rather be focused in a positive way, and rather than,
then kind of, because it's interesting.
Rather so negatively.
Yeah, because there are a lot of people, and we've got a lot of friends who are in the industry, and I know that that's been a big focus point, is definitely on the eating disorder disorders and the body dysmorphia. And so do you think, in a way, like you said, it's good because you're focusing on more healthy and muscle and having food and proteins and stuff. However, it also creates that ultimate perfection of the body as well.
It is. Well, it was like a huge thing. I competed for 10 years. And of course, when I started, it was a way to focus my disorder. It was a way, and I thought if I could look perfect and be perfect, then someone would love me.
Yeah.
And of course, as I went through the years, of course, the eating disorder would pop up after every competition, of course, because of course you do the competition, you'd win. Well, I did, and then of course you felt really good, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what then? It's just, and then you just kind of left, and you kind of go down the rabbit hole, and then you have to put on weight, of course. Being like 4 to 6% body fat is not healthy over a long period of time, and of course it goes the other way, and then you start to feel rubbish again, and start prepping for another comp, and it becomes a circle. But after a couple of years and a few years, I realized that everybody that loved me whether I was fat or lean. In fact, I think they liked me more when I was fat. Because I ate more and drank loads more and all the rest of it. Went out, partied.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's been a long time to find a balance and feel good about myself no matter what. So I look at it as purely as a sport now. So I've put on a few kilos here, a few kilos there. I have control of, I know what my body needs, how to look after it, eat healthy, bring myself back to a good state of equilibrium, so to speak, and not to go too far.
You're not too good.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what makes you such a good coach and a fitness coach and personal trainer, because you get it and you so you can mentor people. I'm humbled every day by people and also by my own things. I am. And everybody inspires me. And so tell me about, I want to know about your career from where to go. What kind of started to get you into competing and stuff like that? Why did you start to compete?
So I saw the gym that was at the UK, there was quite a few female bodybuilders that came in and I was just like, wow, they were pretty incredible. So I trained for a while, and then when I moved to England then, I was in England, and then when I moved to Australia, I made friends at a festival with a whole bunch of people. Yeah. And they were all into the bodybuilding scene, and they helped me with my first competition. Yeah. So of course, I remember that first comp prep. It was like so great, but so awful at the same time. I didn't know what to expect, how I was supposed to look. All I knew that I was tired and I was hungry, but I would never give up. I'd never give up. And then when I stood on stage for the first time, it was like, wow. And it wasn't even about the people that were there or the trophy or anything like that. It was like I could stand there and be so proud that I made it through all of those weeks. I did all my training. I ticked all the boxes on my diet. I did 100% to be there, and I was the possible best version of myself that I could be on that day, and that made me more proud than anything else.
Because okay, so I understand, because I kind of were around people who, like, you honestly just, it's grueling. Like, anyone that doesn't understand, like, let's go through. Yeah. You have no idea what they're going through. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like, it's the ultimate test, I feel like, mentally, physically as well. Yeah. So tell everyone what you need to do day in, day out, mainly calories and stuff, and how long it goes for competing. And like, so it's insane.
It depends on the condition of the athlete at the time and how many weeks prep. But generally, a prep is about 20 weeks, which is 5 months. Yeah. And everything is measured down to the gram. Your food is timed. Your exercise is prescribed. And depending on your check-ins, which happen every fortnight, then to every week, that will determine as to what changes, just to keep your body reducing the body fat. So when it gets past a certain point for a female, it becomes a bit trickier, because of course we're designed to hold fat. Yeah. So of course, when you drop below that point, you have a lot of problems with the estrogen, and your head goes crazy. It does, and if you don't know what's going to come and what to expect, it can be very upsetting.
Because let me touch on that. There are so many women, once again, once they finish competing, their hormones are stuck.
Yes, correct. Like and nobody looks after them.
Yeah, it does. So and like, so things like what, missing periods.
Well, it's not just that. It's like you just want to cry for no reason. Yeah. So it's kind of like you have PMS all the time. Yeah. But no period. But no, literally, your hormones just are going crazy, and you're over emotional. You're angry. And when you're not used to it, it comes out like you're snappy, you're distant, all that type of stuff. Over the years, I mean, I've got very used to the process, and I can manage everything, but also because I know how it feels. Yeah, exactly. So when I talk to people, I can explain to them, like, you're going to feel like this, and that's okay. Like, you're going to feel crazy. Yeah. That's fine. Whoever, like, if you're partnered, your friends, you just, that day, you just say to them, look, I'm feeling like an absolute spastic today, or I'm feeling like I want to cry. Just ignore me. When you kind of, like, separate yourself from that feeling, when you know that's not the real you, you can actually, like, compartmentalize that situation and kind of rise above it. Because it's and I don't think everyone understands. It's not just like, oh yeah, I just do this on the weekend. It's like, weekend I can have a cheat day. It's not like that. No, when you compete, it's like 7 days a week. The same things. No cheating. Exercise, training. Yeah. Try to sleep. Yeah. And how often would you train, like, a day? Like, what's the general thing? So I just train once a day, and then of course as my cardio increases, I do faster cardio in the morning, weights in the afternoon. Sometimes I do double sessions. But then it depends on your actual goal. So when you have a coach, they've got to sit down with you and decide, like, what you need to improve, or
Yeah.
You know, what you need to work on more. So if you've got really big shoulders and really tiny legs, then you need to do legs 3 times a week. Work the elbow around and your shoulders 3 times a week.
Yes.
So everybody is really individual.
Yeah.
And the same with the food. Everyone has tolerances and intolerances. Some foods make you inflamed or stressed along with your job, and you have to counteract that. So that's why you eat the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
So if something starts to aggravate you, you can pinpoint it really quickly. You can remove it and change it.
Yeah. And then so that's
so the food prep time is a big thing too. So you got to prep all your food, weigh all your food.
Yes.
Take it with you everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to drink the right amount of water every single day.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing too, right? Because getting close to comp, you can't drink too much, or there's strict things. Is that right with water?
So you've got to have a good fluid intake.
Yeah.
All throughout, because of course the fluids flush out your liver, toxins, also help with your appetite. Yeah. And water keeps your body healthy.
Yeah.
And of course your muscles are made up of 80% water. But when you get down to before stage, then in that week you'll do a water depletion in most cases. Sometimes it's 12 to 24 hours before the show. You don't drink any water after you've cut the water down. But there's water loading and then water cutting. Different coaches do different methods. So there's sodium loading as well, sodium, potassium, carb loading, all the rest of it.
I didn't know that.
I know.
And of course, certain supplements and stuff like that you have to take.
Yes.
That would have different effects. I know I've had a pre-workout before, and I'm like, oh my god. I have the worst anxiety from like a pre-workout.
But when you're dieting and you get up in the morning and you're so hungry, you
you
take a pre-workout and you go do your cardio and you're like, this is good. This is good.
And so you like Tracey has had some like huge comps, and she's done so well. So talk about like what you have competed in and everything like that.
So in 2010 I started with NABA WFF.
Yeah.
I did the WFF category for figure, and I just went into open straight away.
Yeah, wow.
So I won Queensland figure overall.
So cool.
And I went to nationals. I was totally not expecting that.
Yeah.
I got second at the nationals in my division.
Wow.
Then I did the Southern Hemispheres the following year, I think it was 2012 in the Southern Hemispheres. I won that
Southern Hemispheres. Sorry, what's that one there? Sorry, just so I.
That is the same federation, so NABA WFF.
Yeah.
And so it's the whole Southern Hemisphere of the world.
Yeah, wow, that's freaking huge.
So I won figure overall for that as well. And then I said, right, I'm going to do the States and the Nationals again this year, and I'm going to win both of them overall. And I'm going to Worlds. Yeah. So I did. I won Queensland figure overall. Then I won Australian Nationals overall.
Yep, still going. I was like, this is key, we can't have this key. So keep going.
So Queensland Nationals overall, and Australian Nationals overall.
Wow.
And I got sent to Austria to compete at the Worlds.
Oh my god.
So it works a little bit differently there. They have much more categories, and I got put in the top category, which was super body.
Holy shit.
So
what? Okay, so what is super? Tell us about the category.
The super body was the biggest female category.
Oh
and they
my
only put me in that category because of my legs.
Stand up. Can you stand up? Can we do see your legs?
Be able to
you
see
need to see your legs. I need to make sure. Like,
I'm gonna break you.
Look at the legs. Look at the calves. Like next level. She's a machine. I'll also give you Instagram. You'll get Tracy's Insta so you can come and have a bit of a score.
Yeah, so I got third at the Worlds, which was really awesome. I was really happy, very proud of that.
Wow, that's huge. Because let's face it, competing is hard and so particular. Like everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Not many people get to win a place even, or like be able to kind of do like what you achieved is huge. Huge.
So I was very proud of myself.
Yeah.
And then I joined IFBB after that. Because I wanted to get a little bit bigger and see what I can do in the IFBB.
So IFBB or WBFF. What's the difference?
So NABA, WFF, and then IFBB. They're just different federations.
Yeah.
Some originate from different countries. IFBB is the biggest federation in the world, and that is the leader for the Olympia.
Wow.
So I did 11 comps in 2 years with IFBB.
Holy shit! How the hell? You would have been stressed. That would have been stressful.
And I was all good. I did the very first Arnold's that was ever in Australia. Wow. I got top 3 placings all the time, mostly first.
Huge.
But I did the first Arnold's. I got second in that.
Wow.
Which was great. And then I went again for another year.
Yeah.
And then the last one that I did was the Arnold's after that, but my body was so tired and I did not look good.
Yeah, wow.
I got fourth, but I didn't. I was like, well, that doesn't matter. But
You're
I know I was. My body was done.
Totally.
So I had big issues after that. So I went to America after that to a friend got married, so we had a hen's party and wedding. Of course, I went crazy.
Yeah, of course.
But
Of course, your
like
hormones. Yeah.
8 kilos in 2 weeks.
What?
And I was like a fat 8 kilos as well. Like I was like all up puffy in the face and swollen joints and ankles. Anyway, so I came back and then I started trying to diet and nothing was working.
Oh man.
I was getting really frustrated, wondering what was going on. So eventually I went to see a hormone doctor. And they did some tests on me and my body thought it was an 80-year-old female. So I had, because I didn't sleep properly, not a good sleeper as it is, but with all the comp stuff, I was always stressed. I'm single, living in Australia on my own, so I had to work all the time. So everything together, like I had to look after myself. There's no one to help me. So I just had to get on with it. So I didn't sleep much and made sure I could do everything. But they obviously all, your body will eventually make you pay everything back. So yes, the 80-year-old Tracey and no naturally producing human growth hormone. Testosterone levels were so low. Just things like that. So I went to this doctor and he helped me up with all the natural things, and I had to actually scale back my training. I had to do more yoga. Relax, get myself back into a good state. My cortisol levels were too high. All these things, and it's just all these things are actually normal things for people that they don't know they have.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
So like, cortisol, and if you eat too much sugar because you're always tired because you're not sleeping properly, your human growth hormone is down. Your cortisol levels are up, and your insulin resistance, which means that you just store it all in the stomach.
Actually that's so me. I've got the whole pot belly thing happening. I was like, Liam's calling me E.T. still.
E.T.
The E.T.'s not going away. So that makes sense, because there's a lot of late nights, busy work.
Yes,
I'm always eating sugar, I'm always eating fatty foods. Because I think, I don't want to lose too much weight, so I'm just going to eat fatty foods and sugar and take away. Like, I mean, I love my good dinners, but I'm like, give me fat, you know? So, right.
So it took me a good, I think it took, the doctor was surprised. Like, I really knuckled down. I'm really good with a deadline. I mean, 3 months. It took me 3 months. But it was a long 3 months.
It's still
but it was a really good time. And then I got into prep for the WBFF, which was a different federation. And I won the Gold Coast show. They'd run out of pro cards, so they said, well, there's the London World Championships. So I said, fine, I'll go to London and win my pro card at the World Championships. And I did.
So good. That's the best.
That was really good.
That's freaking awesome.
And it was good to go back to London. I saw my friends there, which I hadn't seen for such a long time since I left. So it was good. It was all good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know.
That is really cool.
Came back, and then I did, a year later, I did the same in Vegas, though, was the World Championships as a pro. But then it was too big.
Okay.
So but that's fine, it's fair enough. I didn't fit the category anymore. So I decided I'd go back to ISTB. Which I did. And I, was that last year? Yeah, last year. So last year I won the Queensland overall physique, open physique, women's physique championship, Queensland. And then again, we did Arnold's, but Arnold's was right at the cusp of the COVID and the lockdown. So it was like 3 days. No, it was actually when the border, just before the borders closed, because we had to get a flight home earlier after the competition. And again, I got second there. So but that's okay.
Like, bloody, that's amazing. That's okay. Like, how good. You get second. Oh my god. That's what winning for me out, though. Huge.
But no, it's been great. Like, I've travelled everywhere with it. I've competed internationally and all over the country, and met so many amazing people as well. And
God, that's so cool. And so what's your advice to anyone who wants to kind of get into competing? You know, do you have like a top 3 kind of tips or advice, or any girl that wants to get into competing?
Well, you have to be doing it for the right reason. Like, it's really hard with the way things are. And as I know, you can really hide behind like your eating disorders, your body dysmorphia, with self-esteem issues when you're doing something like that. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, it's fine if that's going to be something that helps you, but you have to recognise what's going on behind the scenes, so you can also fix that too.
Exactly.
It's great to feel good about yourself. No one should not feel good about themselves. And to lose weight, stay on stage and make you feel good, that's great.
Yes.
You have to realise it's not going to make you feel good for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's a moment in time.
Yeah.
What's going to happen afterwards?
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to be very determined too, and you have to take responsibility for yourself. So many people blame their coaches for everything that goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
When it's like, okay, so how often does your coach see you?
Yeah. Yes.
And how often are you there doing your thing on your own?
Absolutely.
And if what your coach is giving you isn't right, it's not working, then you have to communicate.
Oh yeah.
And make a decision. Either change your coach.
Yeah.
Or figure it out with your current coach as to what might work better.
Yeah.
Have a
Exactly.
voice. Have a voice. So.
Hang on.
That didn't sit.
Remission. Let's look at. Join us tomorrow for part 2. You don't want to miss it.